What if I told you that the very thing you've been doing your entire life without thinking is quietly limiting your awareness? Not your thoughts, not your habits, not your beliefs, your breath. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people aren't breathing wrong because they don't know how. They're breathing wrong because they're avoiding something subtle, something internal, something they don't even realize they're resisting. And that resistance might be the very thing blocking higher consciousness. Welcome to Mystic Reflections, a space for exploring inner awareness, deeper truth, and the subtle patterns shaping your experience. In this video, we're going to break down something almost no one talks about clearly: how your breathing patterns can either expand your consciousness or quietly keep it confined. And more importantly, what to change so you're not unknowingly holding yourself back. The invisible habit. Breathing feels automatic, effortless, background. You don't think about it until something disrupts it. But here's the thing, just because it's automatic doesn't mean it's neutral. Your breath reflects your inner state. Not in a poetic way, in a very real, physiological and psychological way. Short, shallow breathing, usually tension, held breath, suppressed emotion, irregular rhythm, mental noise, overstimulation, subtle anxiety, and over time, this becomes your baseline. Not because it's optimal, but because it's familiar. And what's familiar feels safe, even when it's limiting you. Avoidance loop. Here's where it gets deeper. Most people don't realize that shallow breathing is often a form of avoidance, not conscious avoidance, but learned avoidance. When you feel discomfort, your body adapts. It tightens slightly. Your breath becomes restricted. You stop fully inhaling, and more importantly, you stop fully exhaling. Why? Because full breathing opens you up. And opening up means feeling more. Not just peace, not just calm, everything. And most people aren't actually avoiding higher consciousness. They're avoiding intensity. Because higher awareness isn't always gentle. It's clear. It's sharp. It exposes things you've been unconsciously holding on to. And your breath, it becomes the gatekeeper. The subtle block. Let's make this practical. There's a moment right after you exhale completely where there's nothing. No inhale yet, no movement, just stillness. Most people rush past it. They don't even notice it. But that space, that gap, is incredibly important. Because that's where the mind momentarily stops reaching. That's where control drops. That's where awareness can expand. But here's the problem. That space can feel uncomfortable, almost like losing your grip. So what do people do? They interrupt it. They breathe prematurely. They keep the cycle tight, controlled, predictable, safe. And in doing so, they never fully touch stillness. Why this blocks higher consciousness? Higher consciousness isn't something you achieve. It's something you stop interfering with. It's already there, but it's subtle. And it reveals itself in moments of openness, stillness, and non-resistance. But if your breathing is constantly shallow, tight, slightly restricted, or unconsciously controlled, then your system never fully relaxes. And if your system never fully relaxes, your awareness stays contracted. Not because you're doing something wrong on the surface, but because at a deeper level, you're not allowing full release. And without full release, there's no full expansion. The real reason people do this. Now here's the part most people don't want to hear. You might not be breathing shallowly by accident. You might be doing it to stay in control. Because deeper breathing, especially when it becomes natural and unforced, can bring things up. Old tension, stored emotion, subtle fear, even a sense of identity loosening. And that can feel destabilizing. So instead, you keep your breath just controlled enough to stay familiar, to stay grounded in what you know, even if what you know is limiting. What to change without forcing it? So what do? Not what you think. This isn't about forcing deep breaths. It's not about dramatic breathing techniques, and it's definitely not about trying to hack your way into higher consciousness, because force is just another form of control. Instead, start here. 1. Notice your breath without changing it. Just observe. Where is it shallow? Where does it stop? Do you fully exhale? Awareness comes first, always. 2. Pay attention to the exhale. Most people focus on inhaling more, but the real shift happens when you allow a full, relaxed exhale. Not pushed, not forced, just complete. Because the exhale is where release happens. And without release, there's nothing new to receive. 3. Don't rush the pause. After you exhale, wait, not artificially. Just don't interrupt the natural stillness, even if it's brief. That moment is where something deeper begins to open. 4. Let discomfort be there. If your breath starts to deepen naturally and something feels uncomfortable, don't shut it down. Don't tighten again. Just notice it. This is the edge, and that edge is where expansion begins. What starts to change? When you stop interfering with your breath, something interesting happens. Your mind slows down without you trying to quiet it. Your body softens without effort, and your awareness starts to feel wider, less reactive, more present, more clear. Not in a dramatic, overwhelming way, but in a quiet, undeniable way. Like something has been there all along, and you're just now noticing it. Final reflection. So no, your breath isn't just a physical function. It's a bridge between control and surrender, between tension and openness, between ordinary awareness and something deeper. And the shift isn't complicated, but it does require honesty, because the real question isn't, am I breathing correctly? It's, what am I subtly avoiding by not fully letting go? Because sometimes it's not that higher consciousness is out of reach, it's that something in you isn't ready to release what's in the way. If this gave you a new perspective, consider subscribing to Mystic Reflections for more insights that challenge the surface and explore what's underneath. And if you're paying attention, you might notice something right now. Your breath. Don't change it. Just watch. That's where it begins.